Hello YouTube artists, I'm Kelly Hernig and welcome to my channel. Today we get to explore Essee watercolors and I'm so excited to be bringing this set to you. Let's go paint. Today I'm going to share with you the arts and crafts collection from Essee Company on Etsy. Those are these 12 paints. It is a lovely collection. It reminds me of William Morris. If you're not familiar with his textures or textiles or even art, look him up. It's a beautiful collection. I'm also sharing this new palette. This is made for half pans, which any half pan will fit in here. I was looking for something like this to put all my Essee paints in because I knew I had about 36 that I was buying. This was the perfect thing. This is also on Etsy. It's from Arts to Embers. Both of those links will be down in the description box. I am working today on Stillman Burn 8x10 Beta Series mixed media paper. It's heavy stock, which I really like. And it usually doesn't give me a lot of texture, but I'm okay with that because it's just really to document my colors and to keep it all in one place. I've cut out a leaf shape, a couple leaf shapes out of a manila folder, and that's my template for today. So it will be sitting like this throughout. I've got 12 colors on here, and let's get swatching. I'll be doing a mass tone in the bigger leaf and a lighter value in the little leaf. When I was doing my artist notebook class, we did a whole month on William Morris, and his art is incredible. And when I saw this collection, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I've got to get some of that. The one color that I did omit out of this collection, this is Sombra Burnt Umber, and it was supposed to be zinc white, but I didn't want another white. I like the raw Titan or the buff titanium here, but I wanted another color, so they substituted with a brown. I asked for some kind of brown, and that's what they substituted. I'm actually happy that they did that and substituted that color because it is a gorgeous color. I'm going to start with raw Titan, which is like the buff titanium. Should have got all these colors wet. I use Daniel Smith buff titanium all the time. I mean, I use it literally in every single painting. So I was curious as to what theirs look like here. They're raw titanium. It's lovely. It has almost like a green hue, if that makes sense. I'm going to dip my brush in water, get it watered down a little bit. It doesn't look as brown as the Daniel Smith. I will be splashing along the way. The next color is Terra Verde, or Verte, however you pronounce it. It is a really hard one to wet out of this pan, but the color is gorgeous. Essee uses honey and clove in their binder. And right now I'm smelling clove. It's a weird thing to smell clove when you're painting. I like the scent a lot. Get it wet. The next color is Olive Dark, and this is one of my favorites out of the collection. It's just so gorgeous. Imagine that, me like in an olive green. It's kind of like a khaki green with a little bit of yellow in it. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's very pretty. Rinsing my brush. I'm impressed already. The next color I'm going to do is Cassel, Cassel. Such a rich brown. Water it down. This is a different color. You know, sepia is my favorite dark. This has a little bit of different properties. You can see here in the light value where sepia to me is very brown and very rich. This one seems darker. It doesn't seem as vibrant as sepia. It almost seems like there's a little bit of black in it, but then there's also a little bit of a beige in there as well. It's hard, but in here you can kind of see it. Okay, this ochre sienna is next. I love the way they do these yellow ochre colors. The yellows and oranges in this whole line of their paints is just beautiful. I want them all. They go on so smoothly. Very high quality paints. Getting it wet, just a little bit of water. The next color is Flat Peach. Doesn't that name make you laugh? When I read it the first time, I had to do like a second take, you know, like, is that right? And this one with the water splash is granulate, it's so nice. I don't know how peachy it is. To me, it feels more like a deep butterscotch. I've got a little puddle there. I'm going to just take my brush, get some of that water off. There we go. Before I splash it, of course. This is the replacement color, the Sombra Burnt Umber. I love all of their Sombra colors because they do granulate and separate into several colors. So if that is something you like, go check out their Sombras. Isn't this a gorgeous tone? Rinse out my brush a little. Another thing I like about this palette is I can turn it either way, which is great for taping these videos. I think it's important to see how people swatch and paint. You can see I do little bitty dabs instead of big puddles. I think you learn a lot from that. The next color I'm going to do is the Lunar Black here. I'm hoping it's like the Daniel Smith black, Lunar Black, and granulates really well. Oh yeah, see it separating already? I like that. If you're new to my channel, I love colors that granulate and separate. Always. I will pick those over any color. I like when just a simple color can offer you that kind of quality. I like for people to question, like, how did that do that? Or what is that color? Or how did they make that? That's what the granulation colors do for me. They add a little bit of intrigue. Classic Velvet next. This is another color that needs to soak just a little bit, but the color is really interesting. Look at this color. It reminds me of a pinker, purpler Potter's Pink, if that makes sense. It's just the tone of it is really lovely. It would be great flower color. Sweet peas, Gabbero daisies, peonies, magnolias. This would be a fantastic color for all of them. Add a little water. I don't remember if that granulates or not. We'll know soon enough. Then we have Red Grape. This is a fun color. It's kind of a red grape juice. Look at that going on. I don't really have a color like this on my palette. It's kind of deep and rich, but yet it's smooth at the same time, if that makes sense. It's not really harsh to look at. You know, think of like grape juice. You know, sometimes it's so purple, where this is a softer color. I could definitely use this because it's more on the muted side. Rinsing my brush. And look at this lovely tone and the lighter value. Wow, that's pretty. The next color is Uva Passa. It's UVA PASSA. This color is very intriguing to me. Delicious. The reason I bought these sets from this company is they had colors I had never seen. And they had a lot of colors. You know, I like a more muted palette, and they had a lot that really spoke to me. And that's hard to find sometimes. They also have a lot of very vibrant colors, but of course I picked the sets that I wanted. Rinse out my brush. This is kind of like a dirty blue-violet that leans more towards brown, I think. But it granulates and it separates just the tiniest bit. And the last color is Paris Gray. This is such a pretty gray. You know, the grays that I have are usually very muted or very bright or dark or on the bluer side. This one seems really fairly neutral. I'm collecting grays to do a gray study with you, and this one will definitely go on the list. These need to dry, and because they're granulating colors, I usually don't blow dry those. I just let them air out and dry naturally. The swatches are dry, and I just want you to take an overall look at this collection. This is the Arts and Crafts collection by Essee Company. Is it not gorgeous? I love every color in it, which is rare for me. I even like the lunar black because of the separation, and you'll see it as I bring it up close. I also love this palette. I love the idea that I can interchange these. I'm not sure how I'm going to keep them in the palette. Do I want to arrange the 3 sets according to color, or do I want to keep them according to the collection? I know, the quandaries of an artist. And I also really like having the little mixing area here. I like that it easily turns and I can do both sides, and it's just really portable too. I love the size of it. So let's have a look at our colors. I don't have a favorite in this collection. I don't have one that I really don't see me using, which is kind of rare. So I'm going to bring you close. I want you to really pay attention to the water drops, because this is the Stillman burn. It usually doesn't give me a lot of reaction to water, but with these colors it really did. I mean, look at all the movement in there already. I know, I'm just overwhelmed. So let me bring them up close to you. So we have Raw Titan, Terra Verde, or Verde, Olive Dark, Cassel, C-A-S-S-E-L. Look at those colors. Can you see a little bit of it changing here with the water? And then we have Ochre Havana, Flat Peach, still makes me laugh, Sombra Burnt Umber, and Lunar Black. Now look at those colors. Are you seeing? Look at Flat Peach, what it does. It gives it some interesting graining, and I really like that. I guess that's why it's flat. But of course this one, look at how it is separating into kind of an orange. It's got a little bit of black in there, so I wonder if it's mixed with some Lunar Black, because look at Lunar Black. Do you see the little traces in here of like a lighter color? Really pretty. I can see this being, if you painted something pink underneath, maybe with this classic velvet, and then did a little swatch of the Lunar Black over it, that would be so beautiful. I'm also liking the color that the Lunar Black does in this lighter tone, and look at the Sombra Burnt Umber there. And then we have Classic Velvet, which I absolutely love that name. I like this tone a lot. This Red Grape, very interesting with the water splashes. Uva Passa, love it. And Paris Gray, look at how the Paris Gray did this. So you can see this granulated really nice. This almost has a color separation in it. It's kind of pinkish, purplish, and blackish all at the same time, and I really, really like that. Look at the lighter tone here, so pretty. And I like the Paris Gray a lot as far as that light tone. It's gonna have to be added to my palette, I have to say. So if you could only choose one color, what would it be? Let's see, I like this entire row. So one, I would have to say this one, the Sombra Burnt Umber. How would I use it? You know, I do a lot of woods, I do a lot of natural things, so I think that would fit in really well, but so would this really dark one too. But if I had to choose one, it would be this one, just because of the color separation. Again, this is the Arts and Crafts collection by Essee, E-S-S-E-E company on Etsy. I will have the link down in the description box. If you were inspired by today's content, please like, comment, or subscribe. It will really help my channel grow, and I would really appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching.